What's up, everyone? Schnikey's back, and welcome back to another Freaky Friday episode. I hope you're having a good Friday, because I know Mick Foley is having a good Friday. He looks sexy in the mirror in those lovely, lovely blonde hair and that beautiful outfit, that beautiful robe. So what we have here coming down to the ring, we can clearly see it's Ric Flair's body. But you heard the music, you heard the car crash, you see the taunting, the walking, and the limp. That's Mick Foley's entrance. So we have the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and the hardcore icon, the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Switching bodies, woo, is right. Here comes the Nature Boy, the man, who Mick Foley, to be the man, has to beat. Look at him. He's still styling. He's still profiling. He came out of a limousine, and maybe a little bit of a dirtier limousine, because Ric Flair can't, because Mick Foley can't afford a good limo, and he has Mick Foley's visa. So technically, well, hell, can actually Ric Flair nowadays afford a limo? But anyways, how? Oh, ew, this hair is so greasy. Ew, the hair is gross. Oh my God, there's a spider in it. Ew, crap. Oh, yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch your hair. Where's your ear? Anywho, so we have Ric Flair. He's all nice and neat and pristine and young versus Mick Foley. And this is actually kind of a personal. Oh, look at that strut. He still works it. It don't matter how much teeth he has. It don't matter how many teeth he has in that mouth and on that face. He still works it. But this is kind of like a personal. There's some personal animosity between it. So this is a personal beef between the two. You got Ric Flair, who's adjusting. Actually, that was Mick Foley adjusting his knee pads. He's like, why don't they go any higher? That's so weird. And Flair's like, why am I wearing flannel? Anyways, so we have like these personal beef between Flair, who's a submission, like, you know, expert, at least with a figure four and leg submissions, and he, you know, he's very technical, and back in the youthful days, you know, very strict to the book, mat wrestler, you know, all the traditional holds you expect in a fair one-on-one professional wrestling bout. And then you have who he refers to as a glorified stuntman, coming in there redefining what hardcore is. And he has his submissions as well. He has that mandible claw. So what I chose here is a submission match between Ric Flair and Mick Foley to see who the greater submission artist is. And I don't want some fluke. Oh, as you see Mick Foley biting that greasy hair of his as Flair takes a perfect set of teeth to the forehead. But Oh, God, what's Foley doing? What's Foley doing? Oh, he's taking out Flair and himself. But yeah, not only is this a submission match, but this is also a 2 out of 3 submission match. I didn't want some sort of chin lock fluke. I didn't want like a stupid arm bar or ankle heel hold, you know, type thing. I didn't want a headlock of any sort to submit. Like, I don't want Flair to submit at that point just because his head was being worked on. So I did a 2 out of 3, so hopefully at least one figure four, or at least one mandible claw would come into play. But that's enough jibba jabba. Let's see what the hardcore icon, the glorified stuntman, could do. He was in control. Now Flair with an elbow to the face, coming back at it. And I chose this Flair just because he was a lot cleaner. He had a lot more style. He was profiling a lot more. And no DQs. No DQ in this match. So they're getting that chair. Foley likes hardcore, so he goes to what he knows. Doesn't matter what the body is, he can still swing that chair. And Ric Flair says, As much as he's willing to take the damage in Mick Foley's body, he's like, no way. But you know what? If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. I think that's how that saying goes. And he hits Flair, who does the Flair flop. Well, he hits Foley, who does the Flair flop. Almost precisely. And wow, Ric Flair wants to beat Foley's soul out of his body. Give me back my sexy hair, my sexy blonde white mullet. You take your nappy ass weave, or whatever this is on my head, and stupid ass facial hair. And now, oh god, they're going back and forth at it. Flair with some chops. Woo! Foley just throwing Flair back in there and trying to grab his hair, trying to grab all that thick-ass goatee of his, but doesn't seem to get it. Now, a little bit of a cat-and-mouse game here. I think Foley's playing with Flair's head. Flair's getting frustrated. It's Foley just going for just flat-out ground-and-pound punches and axe handle. Just trying to get Flair down, and Flair finally falls to the mat, holding his head. Wow, Foley's getting out everything. He got the chair. Oh, he's going for a table now, and Flair says, no tables. Looks like Flair, if he wants to introduce the weapon, will be doing it himself. He won't let Foley get any foreign objects. As Foley counters now with a back elbow of his own. Some socks to the face. I bet Ric Flair, though, is enjoying this battered and torn body of Mick Foley, because that body is meant to take damage. That body can endure quite a lot at this point. Flair's body's young, it's youthful. He's a little bit more limber. I bet Mick Foley's liking the fact that he can tie his shoes and reach and touch his toes and stuff like that. But that submission did not finish off Flair. That was the first submission of the night. I totally pulled a King and Michael Cole, just talked through the action, not even giving a rat's ass about what's in the ring. But that was the first submission, and it looks like Ric Flair is going for the figure four. He's dancing, he's thrusting, he's spinning around the leg. He got it. He locked it in. Ric Flair locked in the figure four, and he's working it. He's cranking away. Mick Foley, he's thinking about tapping, but Ric Flair let it go. He let it go. I think he either let it go early just to tease with him, or maybe he knew he wouldn't submit, so he let it go early to work him a little bit more. Mick Foley going back out. He's too scared. I believe the submissions can only count inside the ring. And once again, Ric Flair landing on top of Mick Foley's head. Now Mick Foley, what is he looking for? Oh, he doesn't find it in time. He eats stairs to the back and stairs to the face now. Oh my god, and again, more stairs. Ric Flair does not care about his own body. He does not care whatsoever. And, oh, big DDT! That scar tissue immediately busting open. Now Ric Flair is busted open and used in Mick Foley's body. That Foley head just immediately cracked as soon as it hit that thin padding on the outside. But, my god, Mick Foley cannot grab Ric Flair. And finally, Foley has a weapon of his own, finally in his hand. Can he use it for once? He chose to throw it in there, but this has been all Ric Flair. This has been all the damage by foreign objects has been from Ric Flair. As Foley now grabs a chair, and with all the energy he has in Flair's body, he's running around like crazy with that chair. And what's this going to be? See, once again, Ric Flair stops Mick Foley and throws down the chair and says, no, we're going to collar and elbow tie-up. We're going old school, which Flair immediately wins. And another back elbow. He is the dirtiest player in the game. He is the dirty. You can't forget that. Just because it's a collar and elbow tie-up does not mean he won't break it just to jab his elbow in your eye. Now he drags the carcass of Mick Foley over. What's he going to do here? Looks like he's dropping. Looks like he's going to be dropping the knee. Drops the knee across the forehead. Drops the knee across the forehead of Mick Foley. Now he flips him over. You know that was a signature. He must have the finisher lined up, but he sets up for he locks in the camel clutch, and he's cranking away at the neck and the lower back. And Mick Foley refuses to tap. And Flair does not. Oh god! Oh, just as I spoke too soon, because now Mick Foley's in control. I was gonna say Flair doesn't stop the momentum, doesn't stop the action, but Foley stopped it for him. Lands that wicked neck breaker, and once again, Mick Foley going where he's comfortable. He gets out another foreign object, puts it in his hand. He's running around like that figure four had no effect whatsoever on him. But you gotta imagine. Oh, and this cracks Flair in the head. You have to imagine his legs are at least in yellow after that figure four. That's all it takes is probably one figure four to put that leg in yellow. And what is this? A counter for what could have been like a double-handed facebuster. I think that's his signature. So now once again. Oh, excuse me. That couldn't be his signature because that was Flair. So I don't know what that spin around was. But now, oh, sending Mick Foley's head straight into the chair. Straight into the chair. And now he's going for a single-legged Boston Crab. Standing on the chair. A Boston Crab to Mick Foley. Working the lower back again. Working the leg. But Foley flips him around and kicks him off. Says, Flair, Oh, he's pointing out Flair's penis. He's like, Flair has a small penis. Flair has a small penis. I saw it in the shower today morning. And he locks in the mandible claw. He puts Flair's small fingers into Mick Foley's toothless mouth. And he's grinding away. He's working the face. He's working the face. Is Flair going to tap? Did enough damage done to Flair? He doesn't look like he's tapping, but he's kicking. He's shaking those legs like crazy. And he finally gets up. Mick Foley lets it go. And now, ooh, a knee straight to the gut as Flair charges forward, knocking Foley on his back and stomps on his arm while his face was lying on that chair. There comes Foley. Foley running now in a clothesline to the back of the head, the back of the bloody head of Ric Flair, who must be sore right now because of that mandible. Oh, what a deep backdrop. Man, this is going 100 miles an hour between these guys. These legends. And Flair now. Flair is sinking in a figure four. No dancing. It's all business. He's sunk it in on top of the steel chair, which is sitting nice and cool underneath his tuchus. Oh my God! Now, Foley still doesn't kick out. Still doesn't submit. Surprise, surprise! Mick Foley has a lot left. It's those young legs. Those young legs were built to apply the figure four. You must have a lot of leg muscle to consistently endure the pain of a figure four. And now a knee breaker. You know that's his signature for sure for Ric Flair. So that must mean he has another figure four lined up in the future. And straight punches now. Wait, I think that was Ric Flair. I could be mistaken. I don't remember anymore. But now Ric Flair in complete control once again with an elbow to the head. The dirtiest player playing quite dirty with those elbows. He doesn't mind. Now Ric Flair chasing after Foley, but Foley has a chair. And now they're back in the ring as Foley does nothing with a chair and he loses to Flair, who just throws it down. Flair's not much of a chair guy. He'll hit you with a kendo stick and stairs, but not much of a chair guy. And he goes for a dragon twist, and he lands. Mick Foley's back landing on the chair. It was perfectly placed. Maybe he is a chair guy. Maybe he knew what he was doing. And now clothesline misses in the corner. Once again, Ric Flair got the arm, but Foley counters. And an atomic drop. Inverted, landing on the penis. The penis of Mick Foley. Well, Mick Foley's penis, but Ric Flair felt the pain. And now a big backdrop. And Flair once again, center of the ring, locking in that figure four. Locking in that figure four. You can't imagine he can survive anymore. This is the third figure four. You can't imagine he's gonna hold out. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna tap? Move that sign. I can't see the pain on Foley's face. And no, he doesn't tap. He doesn't tap. This is 2 out of 3 falls. Maybe I didn't need to do that. Maybe it's gonna be a long episode. I think there's a limp in Foley's walk. And he lifts up. He takes the steel chair and he's gonna drop it. He drops it straight on the chest of Ric Flair. It almost goes through his chest. And he's setting him up. He's setting him up for a big spike pile driver. Oh! Oh, that head must be hurting right now. That head must be hurting. And a rope break from that. Is that a bow and arrow? Falcon arrow? What's this gonna be? We're going up. Oh, we're going for the double arm DDT. I'm surprised he chose that finisher instead of a mandible claw. Does he not know the rules of this? I mean, now he's going for a camel clutch. That does kind of affect the neck, so it must affect the head, which is what Mick Foley has been working on as of late. But Ric Flair trying to spin around. He's obviously going for the ropes. He's crawling with that one good arm that's loose. And no, he just picks up. Oh, he just picks up the lighter, Ric Flair, and slams him down with all that body weight. Counter by Flair. Oh, he picked up a lighter Mick Foley in a lighter Ric Flair's body. Foley goes from behind with a counter there, working the leg. Oh, a slap to the boobie. Woo! He's picking him up. He's slamming. Oh, slammed directly onto the chair. Perfect aim. And Flair knows. Foley just gets right back up for that and slams him on his knee, breaking his knee. And now he's going for a clutch. Rope break. Too close to the ropes. I think he touched it with his tippy toes. Flair from behind. Headlock. Taking him down and working that leg. Oh, just pulling it out of socket. He's holding that knee. Mick Foley's holding that knee and a flat-out punch to Ric Flair's face. Ow. Oh, he reversed it. What was he going for? It looked almost like he was going to go for a figure four, for all I know. Now another reversal. Now Flair sending Foley. And no, Foley counters the chin breaker. And another camel clutch. That is their go-to move in this game. But a rope break. They were too close to the ropes. So far, Ric Flair has taken advantage of submissions better than, and ring placement for submissions, more specifically, better than Mick Foley has. And was this going to be a backdrop or atomic drop? Oh, working that anus, that coccyx, the tailbone. And now, oh, another spike pile driver to Ric Flair. I think I mixed the names a couple times in this match. I think I said Ric Flair instead of Mick Foley a couple times too many. Now, oh, it looks like that was the first submission. That was the first submission goes to Mick Foley. I am surprised with all those figure fours that the first submission would go to Mick Foley, but that those pile drivers take a number out of people. That's why they're banned. And now Ric Flair is trying to do the chops. He's trying hard to chop him. We saw that was like 4 or 5 chops in a row that Mick Foley telegraphed. Once again, working on those knees, the inner legs, the just overall femur, and Mick Foley having none of it. Once again, pointing down to the penis. It's so small, he says. It's so small. And now he gets a mandible claw once again locked in there. Now he's been working that head, and that's it. That's it, Ric Flair. He passed out. He couldn't tap. He tapped out to the camel clutch after the pile driver, but he couldn't tap to the mandible claw. He just passed out. They're playing the music. They're playing the music of the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Glorified stuntman he is not today. To beat the man, to be the man, you have to beat the man. And that is what Mick Foley has done. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 out of 3 submissions match. 2 points directly to Mick Foley. Mick Foley in Ric Flair's body has beaten Ric Flair in Mick Foley's body. And a 2 out of 3 submission match. Wow. I had not seen. I thought maybe it'd go down to the wire. I thought it'd go 1-1. But I didn't think Mick Foley would take both falls immediately. We didn't need a third. We did not need a third. And all those bloody knuckles. That is Mick Foley's blood. But Mick Foley taunting the Nature Boy, styling and profiling. You never seen him style like that. Hell, I never seen him that clean cut. Woo! Oh my God. Anyways, wow. I didn't expect that. Not a single tap out to the figure 4. That takes guts and determination. Till the next time, if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below. And any requests, I would take requests. Use the roster and set up matches. Give me a good reason too. I like a little story behind the matches, not just Goldberg and Batista or something. You know, I want a little something like these guys. These guys kind of almost genuinely hated each other at one point. But that is it for this episode of Freaky Friday. Stay tuned till next Friday for another pair up. If you like this, let me know in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up. I'm Schnikes. I'm out. Thank you. Woo! Well, should that up high? Because it's technically his body, but it's not exactly technically his win. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. Woo! And he didn't show his ass like in TNA. He usually shows his ass. Then again, it's in Mick Foley's body. No one wants to see Mick Foley's ass. You know that's an ugly ass. I gotta get out of it. Anyway, until the next time, Schnikes out. Thank you.